JB back with you once again for more Chips Challenge 2. And once again, I've got bad news. See that higher total score there? Yeah, I had solved this one and the next two in a recording session that didn't get saved properly. For some reason, the footage just completely disappeared even though the file is still there. I don't know why. It's just bizarre. So I'm going to go through it again, which is probably for the best since we had some trouble, but thankfully it wasn't nearly as bad as the last video. Anyway, this level involves a lot of block pushing. It kind of reminds you of Mix-Up from the original game. You're supposed to figure out that you're supposed to push your 5 blocks here versus going down here where you need 6. Not too hard, but you have to get past all the Sokobands here, which I don't think are too bad. They're pretty simple, and that's pretty nice after all the craziness that we've been through lately. So yeah, I like this level. This level reminds me of good old CC, the original game. It just has that feel to it, and I really appreciate that. That's always a good feeling to have. And there's also what I consider to be one of the better use of bonuses in this game. I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. That red door down here. There's a red key that you collect in this room under one of these blocks, and you can open that red door up there to make this room a little easier, but if you're able to get through it without using that red door, you can get all those bonuses, which is pretty cool. You know, a good use of the concept, I think. Let's see, I'll go here, then do that. Okay, good. Now I can start pushing blocks out into this area. And while we get some chips here while we're at it. And there's that red key, which we can totally use here in a minute. So yeah, sorry that this part's not blind, but I think it'll be kind of nice to breeze through some levels after the slow progress of the last video. So, I think it'll be good. We'll see how it goes. Oh right, that's a closed toggle door. There we go. Alright, just 2 more. 2 more. And we are good to go. And whoops, I didn't mean to push that far. We'll get the next one though. Alright. Okay, now you're probably wondering, how in the world are we going to get to the exit with all the monsters there? Well, in case you missed it earlier, there was a helmet that was positioned in one of the rooms we're going to be visiting here in a minute, so that's going to be nice. Be good to have a helmet. And we need to get that blue tank out of the way up here. I think there was a blue one up here. It was somewhere up there. Oh, let's not forget our bonuses. And these other chips. Now, you can go through that thief right there for a ×2 at the end at the cost of your helmet, but I don't know why you'd want to do that considering that you're just going to have it taken right away from you by cutting your bonus in half on the way back. Anyway, we got another Sokoban room here. With the helmet at the end. That's going to be a good prize to get. Thankfully, this one's really easy, and this is the part that really reminds me of Mix-Up. I think it's mainly because I'm doing a Sokoban that's at the very end of, or very corner of a level with an ice slide around the corner like that. I don't know, for some reason the aesthetic just reminds me so much of CC1, and it's so nice. I love it. It feels like the old days, and that's a good thing, I think. Alrighty. Here we go. Well, we got our helmet, and now we can go here. Now, the puzzle that you just saw there with all the logic gates, that's completely optional. All it gets you is some bonuses, but I like the fact that it is optional. That is a nice touch. So let's turn these off. And this is a cool puzzle, too. There we go. Alrighty, we are out of here. That was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed this one too. I think it's probably one of my favorite levels of late. Alright. And we made an improvement of 275 seconds. Good grief. Alright, Think Tank. Hey, I had a level called that in CCLP 3. Alright, so this level is interesting. You gotta figure out what you need to ultimately accomplish. And you gotta make sure to get all these blue keys before you release all the tanks again. So over here we got a couple of blocks which we need to use, so let's keep that in mind. I'm gonna go ahead and just open all these here. And you don't want to go down that second one because it leads to these bombs, which ultimately tanks are going to destroy. So, let's go over here to get that one that we want to get to the green key. And I'm going to go ahead and just take care of that right now. I'm going to go and open that up so we can blow up the other bomb for that tank. Alrighty, there you go. And then we can push this in here. And now we can go ahead and get this one around, which is good. We want to just kind of divert it into a little area that it won't block the tanks in. Alright, so now let's go back. This, by the way, despite the title, is the only area in the level with tanks at all, which is kind of interesting. Oh, wait a minute. This... Right, whoops. Did I just mess this up for good? I hope not. Okay, this ought to be interesting. Let's go around and... Yeah, this... Oh, and now we've trapped... Wow. That's one for the stupid Cook's thread on CC Zone. And whoops, I didn't want to go to that yet. I wanted to go to the back and try that again. Alright, let's try this again. This is a fun one. I do like it. It is fun. It's got a couple areas that are a little iffy, but other than that, it's pretty awesome. It's a pretty good level. Okay, I'm not going to open this third one up just because I don't want those tanks to block my access to that block. Well, even though technically I'm going to go ahead and get it right now, it's just, I don't know, I like doing that. That's kind of the way I was used to doing it when I was recording before. Alright, there we go. This time, let's not make any silly mistakes. We need to push it to the right, not to the left. Alright, here we go. Alright, so you go this way. And I'll push the button. And there we go. Alright, so now we can proceed onward to the next area. Which is really interesting. So notice this right here. There's a fire under that. Alright? Make sure you notice that. Thankfully I did, but I still died there because I had a missed keystroke, which was kind of a little bit embarrassing and rather infuriating. But here, in this next section, you're supposed to guide a block all the way to that bomb that you may have seen earlier when we passed by that first red teleport, up here in the upper left. So let me clear the way here for now using our slapping technique. This bomb, and we need to get a block all the way over here. Which is definitely interesting. Excuse me. I feel like I had a burp and a hiccup right there. I like to call those a hiccup-burp. Okay, so let's just clear out as much as we can. Okay, this is obviously where we're not taking the block. We gotta take it on the left side. That's path that's just for us. That's a humans-only path. Alrighty, let's just be very, very careful here. And that goes up there. Okay, Okay, I think we got this. I think we got it. Just need to get the block out of here without any issues. This ought to connect. Yes, okay, good. Making sure there. Alrighty, this is pretty much the end. And oops, we gotta get that filled in, filled out, whatever. Alright. I gotta say, despite the difficulty of these levels, I will take them any day over level 173. Believe me, any day over that. This is actually a fun level. I think it is a fun level. It's interesting. It's got a cool aesthetic to it. It's got some fun puzzles. Yeah, this is definitely more for me. Alright, here we go. There we go, we made it out. Okay, and we made a little bit of an improvement there, nice. Oh wait, this is the time you improve by, not, this wasn't your previous time. Okay, so that was, the gap is different on the last level. Alright, so line and sinker. So as you can see, this level involves hooks, and it's amazing. So you remember earlier, I wasn't a big fan of that first level with hooks, Flea Market. This level is a different story. I like this one because it knows how far to go with the idea, which is pretty much what you need to know when you're a designer. And this is a great example of how to do that. So you basically just have to use the hook in very moderate ways, and you don't have to worry about bringing blocks with you and dragging them along and them sticking to you like there were in that previous level. And you can get a bonus here, but I'm not going to go for it because I really want to just move on. But here, you have to solve this little puzzle, which is pretty awesome, and you gotta be careful not to push that blue key block back in there because that will erase the key. So here, there's actually a pair of flippers you need to get, which is there. And here's where things get interesting, because you got these ice blocks, which you can use here. But you ultimately want to use the dirt blocks to do most of the dirty work. I just can't imagine what it will be like optimizing levels that have hooks in them, just because you can like push 2 blocks at a time, basically. But we're just going to keep things simple for this. We're just going to do things a normal way here. Alrighty-dighty, let's go ahead and do this. Oh, oops. Let's not do that like that. There we go. Good thing I had the hook with me. That could have been bad. Game, please do not lag. That would be wonderful right about now. Alright, so now let me drop my flippers. Right, hang on. There we go. That way we can actually make it through that little sign. So let me show you what I mean. I can do this. Woo! I don't know how much time that really saves in that case, but still, that is pretty sweet. Alright, so now I'm going to put this back here so I can save my hook. And we can't go there with the skates, but I do need to get my skates in order to get to that door up there. And somehow you can come in here with some fire. Interesting. How would you do that? I'm trying to figure that out. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know. I think I know. Put the skates there, and then you go out. Hang on, I think I know how to do this. I think I know how to do this. Then you go through here, where you can then do this, and then you can go around and get the skates again. Oh, but then that happens. Okay, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Okay, so I guess blocks that slide like that on ice, well, I guess that makes sense because they're sliding and you're not, and they're right there anyway. So even if you didn't have, or wait a minute, I need to get rid of this thing. Even if you did have, or if you didn't have ice skates, you'd still pretty much die. Just by virtue of that timing. But still, I like this level. Again, it's another level that knows exactly how to use bonuses. I mean, you don't have to go back into the fire room and do all that stuff. But the fact that there's an extra challenge, that's awesome. I love that. That is so cool. And really, that's what the difficulty needs to be saved for in a game like this. You need to save the difficulty for the super hard things that you don't really have to do. But you really want to do them just because they're optional. They don't feel like an obligation. Alright, there we go. So now let's go ahead and do this. Oh, I love doing the 2 at a time thing. Alrighty, and let's go ahead and head back here again. I find it interesting you don't actually need to use all the blocks, which is pretty interesting. Alright, so I'm not going to worry about the bonuses in the ice room. I'm just going to leave them be. I think that's probably the best idea at this point. Alright, so let's go ahead and leave our items behind us. There we go. I don't know why I'm singing, but I like singing. Singing is fun. Singing is fun, and singing is cool, and singing is whatever. So I noticed that this is actually kind of faster without the hook, because we don't have to go back and push the ice block there. Man, optimizing this game is going to be nuts. It is going to be crazy. Crazy nuts. Alright, so let us go and get our key and then just leave. Oh. What? Oh, because I slide. Okay, gotcha. I forgot that's on ice, so you slide when you do that. Okay. Let's go and get the fire boots, though, because I really want those for this next room, where we will get the bonuses. They're thankfully not that bad. There we go. Oh, whoop, I forgot to get them. Wow. How silly can one guy be? Alright. And here, I'm going to drop that and then that so I can do this and then get my flippers back. Alright, so now we can walk on the railroads and get ourselves one of these bad boys, and then in here we got ourselves a block. Okay, so now that's how we get in the teleport. Okay. This will be a pain to optimize. I can't imagine doing this. Alright, there we go. And now we just have one last chip, which has been sitting here all this time, and we can now exit. Yay! Alright. Go Bitbuster, indeed. Alright, so this is where I last left off. Mine Challenge. Yeah, it definitely took that long to solve all that stuff. But let's see if this one takes a while. This one doesn't seem to be that long. It's only 100 seconds and whatnot. Okay, I need to make sure I don't have all those in there so I can actually go in here without destroying everything. Ooh, there's some clocks in that room. That's interesting. You know what? I'm just going to place one there. There we go. You know what? This isn't too bad. So far, this isn't that bad. I want to get those clocks, though. We have got a lot of chips to get, so I'm kind of a little on the worried side here. Yeah, I'm not sure I really want to go for that either, to be honest. Let's watch him blow. Yeah! Awesome! Let's get over there. This is fun. I'm liking this. There's kind of something therapeutic about doing this, you know? Alright, where to next? I need to get 27 more chips. What? There's railroad tracks up there. I don't know what that's all about. Wait, there's another room here. Okay, we need a railroad sign to get that. Okay, I better pick up what I can here. 'Cause I'm running out of dynamite to use. Okay, we need to get that key, I'm guessing. This is actually pretty expansive. I thought this was going to be pretty small, but there's a lot of stuff to do here. Huh. How am I going to get everything? I only have 4 dynamite now. Yeah, it would really help to know where everything was here. That would be awesome. But for now, I'm just going to go up there. So let's just work our way toward that area with the clock. I'm just going to follow the breadcrumb trail of clocks here. And that's looking pretty promising. But I still need a railroad sign. Where am I going to get that? Let's do that. So that's ultimately where we're going. Okay, there's a puzzle here involving a yellow tank. Huh. I wish it was a little clearer where you needed to go, but I guess that's what the experimentation's for. And now we have only one. I shouldn't have been so wasteful earlier. Darn it. Alright, well, I think we're... Oh, we got more down here. Never mind. Okay, we might not be quite so cooked after all. I don't know what's through there. There may be more there, but I don't want to look there right now. I just want to concentrate on getting up here. Just so we have an idea of what to expect for next time. Okay. That shouldn't blow up anything essential. And it will give us some clocks, which we need. So, I'm assuming we can't get to the X... yeah, we can. There's steel walls around it. Okay. We can, however, get through here. Maybe we can get those clocks and still go a little bit longer. I don't know. Nah. Not worth it at this point. Alright, let's start over. It's a bummer that it came to that, but hopefully we can actually make some more progress this time. I'm going to try not to blow up any additional dynamite when I don't need to. Okay, I'm going to burrow through there. As far as this is concerned, I think I'm going to get that. That should only affect that one, right? Yeah. I'm trying to be pretty shrewd about the way I'm using these. Alright, good. I can get here now. And I can get up here. Alright, I can get all these clocks, which is pretty much essential. Alright, we got a huge stockpile here, so that is good news. It's just the time limit of this level that's really concerning me. It feels really strict, but I guess that's what late game CC2 is like. Okay, there we go. I don't really want to waste these, so I'm trying to be very strategic with how I use them. But for now, I'm going to try... Why'd I do that? That's silly. Come on, JB, you're better than that. Seriously? Okay. Let's go here, get all this. Okay. I suppose I really should be setting multiple ones at a time. That would probably help with the time limit. I'm just being way too cautious at the moment. Okay, I'm going to try to go through here. That way I can start burrowing through that area next. So every time I use one, I'm going to go back here and get another one that I don't have to blow up. I think that's the best approach, but it does use up time, which is not something I have much of. Okay, at this point, I feel... I'll have to do a couple more, really. Okay. So now I'm gonna go put one there. I'm gonna wait another minute here. Good, alright. Awesome. Okay, I might as well put one here for now, because we're going to go there. So now we can refill. Awesome. Cool beans. I am so glad things are finally coming along on schedule, it seems like. And we got some stuff we can get here in this next area. Just be careful not to destroy it. There we go. More time! Alright, that's what I like to see. So I think at this point, I'm going to try to go farther left, because we haven't really explored much of this area. And I really want to see what's going on here. I have a funny feeling that there's more to see than meets the eye. Yep, there's something there. Okay, here we go. We can totally use the yellow tank button here. Game, no lagging. Please, no lagging. Okay, I want to make sure I know what I'm doing. Okay, so up, right, right. Okay, good. Let's get some more of these. I'm so glad we still have a lot of them. That's the problem we had last time. Okay, and now we can totally do this. Perfect. Alright, so now we got those. We still need to find the railroad sign. That would be nice right about now. And the transmogrifier, because we need to be Melinda for one of these. Okay, you're there. We got that one. Good. Oh wait, maybe we can destroy the Melinda sign. Looks like we got a bunch of chips there. I'm looking forward to seeing if we can get the... Okay, hang on. Good. Oh, no! Didn't quite reach. That really stinks. Why did I say sinks? I don't know. I just want to get out of here. Let's see if this does anything. I'll leave it there. No! Oh wait, that's because it's on a corner. Never mind. I just wasted all that. And we're out of time. And yes, the timer does run out at 0 now. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this again. This is a pretty tough one. It's fair though, I mean, for the most part. It's got some things that are a little bit but at the same time you're like, okay, you know, I can handle this. No, 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 I didn't mean to do that. Oops. Okay, yeah, didn't mean to do that. Hang on. Gotta be careful not to destroy too many of our mines here, or dynamite things. Okay, that should be okay-ish. Not exactly ideal, but okay-ish. Okay, I'm just going to keep on going here so I can get to the yellow tank and all that. So at least that area is pretty self-contained. Oh, forgot about this almost. Okay, put one there. Put some stuff there. Okay. Gonna go back. Well, no, I don't want to go back yet. Alright. Come on, JB. You can do this level. This isn't that bad. So will I destroy the toggle wall if I do this? I do destroy it. Nice. It's pretty awesome. Alright, so now we've used up our dynamites that we had. Let's get some more. work toward that area there. Okay, I'm going to try to do 2 at a time here. Wait, is this the path we took or not? I think it's slightly different. I'm pretty sure it's slightly different. Okay, let's go in here now. Since we can. Without sacrificing anything, that is. No, 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 I didn't mean to do that! Ah, now it's gonna explode all those. Ugh. Game, no, stop freezing. Game, the clock's ticking, stop! No, don't do that, don't do that. Not now, not now. We're doing— No! Ugh. That was out of my control, I couldn't do anything. Seriously, it's like... I hate that. And now I can't go again. Look at the rainbow pizzas in the building. You know what I think it is? I think it's Skype. I'm going to get rid of Skype. Because it seems like every time a message comes in, that happens. So let's get rid of Skype. And then I just go right into the fire. Okay. Right as Skype closes, I just go right into the fire. Alright, let's try this again. Hopefully with slightly better results. I'm gonna do that. Let's try it this method, just see how it works. Okay, I still have to use the same number, so maybe that wasn't worth it. Alright. Wait, did I just destroy that chip? I don't want to take the chance I did. Okay. We gotta really be careful, though, even though we're trying to race to make it to the end without running out of time. No, I didn't mean to do that one. Ah. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this, and then set that to detonate. Alright, that at least blows up a minimal number, which is nicer, at least. Wait, did that just blow up our bomb without it going off? I think it did. Okay, so we shouldn't be doing that. So let's continue going down here. I'm gonna get some more dynamite. Alright. I'm just gonna stay here for now until we make it to the other side. What?! Oh, come on! I thought the coast was clear right there, and I moved like a tick too early. Boom, alright. This time I'm not going to set that other one too early so that it won't blow up with this one. There we go. Let's get our time. Get that time, I like that time. You know I'm all about the time. No, that doesn't work. Okay, way back here now. And we got that. Okay, let me get some more. Alright, guys. We're getting there. It's just a matter of figuring out how we're going to make it to the last part here. Alrighty. Good, good, good. Pick up another one of these bad boys. Alright, so where to next? We need to get over here. You know what? I think I am going to go this route. I think I am going to do that. Now I'm gonna go this way to get all of this stuff. Oh, I'm gonna get those bombs. Oops. My bad. Dynamites, not bombs. Alright, at least we got some time filled up there. We can continue on our merry way this way. And get some more time, which we desperately need right now. So you can't blow up the gender signs, apparently. It's interesting. Or wait, was that when we were doing it on the corner? It may have been. So we ran out of time right after that. We didn't actually check, did we? Okay. Let's get some... We don't have dynamite here. Oh, crud muffin. Alright, well let's go ahead and get some more. Ah, it's times like these I wish you could carry more than 4 things. Okay, so leave this here. And go over here. Leave that there. Yay! Alright, let's get our time. Let's not dive into something involuntarily. Okay. Oh, wait, we can blow up the walls around it. That's how we do it. Let's try that approach. But we have to do it without destroying the chip. Yeah, we can do that. There we go. Alright. Okay, so we have only 3 chips left. We need a blue key, and we need to get a railroad sign somehow. 1 minute remaining. And we need to get more dynamites, I forgot. Can't be lying down the job when it comes to refilling. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and leave one there. So we can do that when the time comes. Okay, so we know where the last 2 chips are. It's just a matter of getting out. And getting to that railroad sign. Where is that railroad sign? Unless we can blow up railroads. Can we do that? Please tell us we can do that. That would be amazing. Yes! Okay, excellent. So let me grab even more. This is going to be close. But as long as we can get to those clocks, we're good. Okay, here we go. Come on. Get to the clocks. Need to get to those clocks. Come on. 0. Awesome. Okay, good. So, drop these last 2 and let's get out of here. Woo! That was fun. I liked that. That was a cool level. Alright. Breaking the ice by... Oh, no. Not this guy again. No! We'll take this on next time, guys. So until then, thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you on the flip side.